Hello friends, this is Mel from Mel's Exotics, and this is my first live stream for the Mississauga Pet Expo. Summary, I'm in Mississauga, I'm at my Airbnb, and I'm ready for the Canadian Pet Expo. The Canadian Pet Expo, Canadian Reptile Breeders Expo, and Canadian Aquatic Expo are this weekend in Mississauga, Ontario. And I'm vending at the Canadian Reptile Breeders Expo, and my friends from Fire and Ice Designs are breeding at the, are vending at the Canadian Pet Expo portion. And we've traveled from Winnipeg, Manitoba to Mississauga, Ontario. I'm going to talk a little bit about the trip, about what's going on, and if anyone sees this and has any questions, let me know. If you're going to be at the expo, you know, come stop by, visit. If you're not at the expo, the goal is that on this channel I do some live streams. And throughout the event, I'm going to be trying to live stream some tables, what's happening at my table, what Fire and Ice is doing. I don't know what I'm going to be able to get done. I'm traveling alone for my table, so it depends on whether I'll have helpers who can watch my table, and then I can maybe go around and film other people. I've got some people who've said they're gonna help, so fingers are crossed. Let's see, where do I want to start? I guess I'll start with the trip. So we left, Tuesday morning. We all gathered at my place, and Courtney and Bear were there and helped exercise Gabe before the trip. If you don't know, I'm traveling with Gabe. Phoenix, can I turn the camera to face you right now?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, first. So this is Gabe and Phoenix. Phoenix and Gabe are from Fire and Ice Designs. Phoenix is an artist. Gabe is a service dog in training. This is his first pet-specific expo. So he's going to be at the show, and you can see he's dyed some funny colors, so we can easily identify him at the show. And if you will be at the show and want to meet him or buy a sticker of him, Fire and Ice Designs is booth 913. Mel's Exotics is booth 313 in the Reptile Expo.
No. Why are you being mouthy?
He wants... Okay, so anyway, Tuesday. Tuesday we gathered. Thindra, who's traveling with us, did her classes because she's in school. So she did some classes, and we tired out Gabe, did our grocery shop. At that point, Fire and Ice had already loaded up their van, and it was just a matter of, once the class was done, we all piled into the car and took off from Winnipeg. And we drove, we basically ended up driving 28 hours straight. There was no hotels along the way. We had planned to stop at night to a hotel, and Gabe, you're being very annoying. I love you, but I don't want to play right now. I am live streaming. Yes, I know you're more interesting than me.
Mel's working, bud. Come on. Come on.
If anyone wants a live stream of just Gabe playing, do make a request, because he is adorable, but
He's a ham.
yeah, trying to take over my show for me. at this point, we still didn't have all of our merchandise. Something hadn't arrived, the box from Vistaprint. So the plan was when it arrived, we'd ship it to us here live. And long story short, that did not work out. It seems the package has gone missing. So we have to figure out tomorrow if we can make the business cards and the backings for the Fire and Ice Designs buttons. We have to design a bunch of backings because that was to be printed at Vistaprint, and their new banner was part of that. They had bought a really pretty banner. They're artists, so they designed a new banner. And unfortunately, we will not have the banner this year, but if this expo goes well, I think we can convince them to come back again. Gabe, you're not on the couch here. Yeah, I know. I'm so sorry, bud, but I am not your friend right now. He's used to me when I'm out of the house, like keeping him engaged and everything in the house. He's their problem.
I'm no problem.
Yeah.
Problem child.
And I'm talking right now, so he's like, hey, what are we doing? I want to play and talk too, but yeah, so all the hotels that we were coming up, as we found them on the app, the hotels were all either fully booked or just closed, because I guess it's not tourist season now. And so that was a bit of a kick in the teeth, and poor Thindra ended up driving the night through. She was actually quite awake until we hit Sault Ste. Marie, or Sault Ste. Marie. And then she's like, you know what, I'm tired. At that point, I had already slept in the car, so I took over driving. And we drove to Surrey, Ontario. I'm tired, and yeah, this is a practice live stream, so sorry if it's not fully fantastic, but we drove to Surrey, and at that point Thindra had kind of woken up from her mini nap, and she looked out the window and she's like, there's a dog on the corner, and we're like, okay, there's a dog on the corner, and she's like, it doesn't have a person with it. So we turned around and we went into this field, and sure enough, there was a loose dog. And so we can't leave a dog running beside the Trans-Canada Highway. That's irresponsible. So we stopped and we used Gabe's leash to secure the dog. It was super friendly, came right up to me, let me put the leash around its neck and everything. So it was obviously a pet dog, but he also had really overgrown nails and a few little tufts of fur that looked scrapped. So I'm hoping he wasn't abandoned, because that would just be heartbreaking. But that area was kind of like a prime spot to abandon a dog. So yeah, we put the leash on him and we took him to the Surrey Rona, and one of the Surrey Rona people also happens to be the head of the firefighters association there, so they posted him to Facebook. And then as I was walking around, I met someone, and they said they were part of the Surrey Lost and Found Facebook group, and they could take him, because we can't put him in the car. Like, we don't know anything about this dog. We're not putting him in our vehicle with Gabe. There's no animal services directly in Surrey. So we needed someone to take him off our hands essentially so we could continue on. But we're not going to let him go. There's no sign of owners looking for him. So yeah, we did find a couple, mother, son, I'm not sure, but they were willing to take him and put him up on the Facebook group, so here's hoping that he's home safe. And at that point, we were like, okay, we have been driving for quite a ways, but what was the next town that we were trying to get to? We were trying to get to, oh, I don't know. At this point, it's all kind of a blur. But we got to a town called Perry Sound. And at that point, we found a comfort inn. And it was just the most beautiful comfort inn I'd ever seen because I was exhausted.
Beds.
And
Principal beds.
I was posting pictures to friends saying that salvation, we found salvation. So we got there and we crashed. We took a 1 hour nap. I actually ended up just taking a hit of my thing, and I've got the THC thing with me, and I just meditated because I was so physically buzzed, but mentally I just couldn't relax. So yeah, Fire and Ice, they took a nap, and I was meditating, and Gabe was thankfully willing to lay down with me for that hour. But you gotta remember, he's a puppy, right? Like, he's been in a vehicle for 28 hours, basically. We stopped a few times along the way to go to the bathroom and everything, but, so I promised him that we would find him a DOG PARK. And so, yeah, after the hour, Phoenix and I, because we'd been able to sleep a little bit in the car, we took him and found him a park and ran him there. Perry Sound has a giant tower overlooking the lakes. And I have some pictures if anyone wants to see pictures, but I went up to the top of it to see, and it was absolutely beautiful. And then I had to go back down, and it's a graded thing, like graded stairs. And I was like, oh, I do have some of a fear of heights still. Interesting. So I got up totally fine, but I had to go down like super slow because I was just like, okay, this is weird looking all the way down here. If you're ever in the town, there's a museum there. There's bike paths through there. It's beautiful. And the town has a foodie area that we found, and we stopped at Maruzio's Pizzeria. Top notch. We were talking, and they were recommending and showed us one of their specialty pizzas. They have like some award-winning pizzas. One of them had like a salad kind of on top. I don't remember what it was called right now. I've literally got the boxes still behind me because there's a piece left.
Shipwreck.
The Shipwreck. Okay, so the Shipwreck was the
arugula, feta cheese, tomatoes, balsamic vinegar.
yeah, so it was a really nice dinner pizza. It was just fantastic. And then they had a desserty type pizza, a sweet one. And it was apple, bacon,
maple syrup, and cheese.
yeah, oh,
So good.
oh, that was so good. Fi and Thindra found they didn't like the amount of cheese that was on it.
No, it was fine. No, I said it's a little much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they don't eat a lot of cheese. I eat a lot of cheese.
Oh, I love
It
cheese.
was, oh my God, it was so good. And the crisp apple and, okay, so you can tell it was good. And if you're ever driving by there or are in the town,
Just stop.
that's worth a stop.
Mhm.
That was fantastic. Yeah,
And for artisan pizzas, it wasn't a bad price.
yeah, no, I paid $50 and we've all ate and we still have some leftovers, so, that was top notch. And then yes, we went to the park, we went to the pizzeria, and then we crashed. And guys, I slept from, I think like 10 to 10. I was out. They woke up and they went and got breakfast and they brought breakfast back for me, but I just could not. I had gone, crash. And that tends to be what these kind of events do to me. So, we woke up. Yeah, they brought me breakfast, so top-notch friends right there. If you ever travel with someone and they bring you breakfast because they can't wake you up, good sign. And we went and we found an actual, like, full dog park, because Perry Sound does have a dog park area. And Gabe got to run there a little bit. And then we packed up, because that was still 2.5 hours to Mississauga. So Thindra did the drive, and if you haven't been to Greater Toronto area, it's a big city. It's a lot of overpasses and underpasses and
Spaghetti.
yeah, we were calling it spaghetti roads because the road just like goes a million different directions, and you have to be at the exact right lane to get over. Which, if you're from a big city, I'm sure that's like nothing. But Winnipeg does not have that much. And like, Thindra is from Brandon?
Originally, yeah.
Originally from Brandon, and so she was driving in, this big city traffic after we'd just gone through rural road. Well, I guess, no, the Trans-Canada isn't rural, but you are going through forest.
No, it's the rural part because we were only one lane.
Yeah, I guess we did hit it at points, but, the scenery is beautiful, but that night drive was...
Yeah, Winnipeg to Thunder Bay, stop.
Yeah.
Just stop. Don't
Yeah.
go further. Stop in Thunder Bay, call it done.
Yeah, or already have a reservation at one of those hotels.
Yeah.
Make sure you can actually get a hotel at 2 a.m. or whatever, because that was brutal. So we're not going to do that on the way back. We're going to be smarter. So we are now in Mississauga. We're staying at an Airbnb. So it's
Hey Mel, what do you think about an Airbnb for the first time that you've ever been in one?
This is lovely. It's like living in a little home. If anyone wants to just see, we have a living room, a kitchen. There's 2 bedrooms and a bathroom, and yeah, it's friendly to Gabe because he is a good boy. Yes. Oh, I could turn this again. Hold on. Okay, I've turned it around, so now it's facing away. Gabe, are you cute? Yeah? You're on camera. You are. You're so good. He's been such a good boy. And yeah, so kitchenette and bedrooms. Thindra, it looks like you just took a shower. You okay being on camera? Thindra. And Phoenix is still crocheting. And Gabe is still being cute. Yeah, so we've been working on crocheting some sea jellies that Fire and Ice sells at their table, their art table. So yeah, if you are at the Expo, definitely booth 913 and the Reptile Expo 313, and that's where we'll be. Tomorrow is setup day. If anyone wants, I will stream some stuff from setup. And all I can say is that if you're in the Mississauga area, please come visit us. We really want this expo to go well, so we'll come back again. Because despite the chaos, it's been beautiful. We've met so many nice people. We just went out to another dog park here in Mississauga. It's right by the Pet Expo.
Yeah.
So I imagine anyone who's bringing a pet like we are, because the expo is pet friendly, you know, you have to fill out your waiver. And yeah, I imagine we're going to meet a lot of dogs there over the weekend. And that was so good for tiring Gabe out and giving him just the exercise he really needed after such a long car ride. He's been such a trooper. I'm so impressed. Yeah, unfortunately, Baby Bear could not join us. He was just not feeling well enough, and Courtney is looking after my family members back in Winnipeg and my animals. And I think that's it. I'm going to leave it here now. But if anyone has any questions, let me know. Best way to get in contact with me right now is either the Discord or the Facebook Messenger. If you're at the expo and want to hang out or want to be randomly filmed by some random person, let me know. And it's going to be great, guys. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to live streaming. Oh, I did almost lose my phone. The charge port on my phone was full of gunk. So, like just pocket lint, right? So it wasn't holding a charge, like holding the charge cord. And when you're live streaming, you burn through your battery. So I need the extra battery. And it wasn't charging. And I was like, I'm not going to have my phone for the event. What am I going to do? But I took it to, in Mississauga here, there's CPR cell phone repair. And they cleaned it out for me, and cleaning is free of charge. So that was really nice. And yeah, they tested it, and it was holding the thing again, so I can actually use my phone and do live streams. That's the plan. Tomorrow I'll show off our tables at least as we set up, and otherwise I hope to see people there. Come visit, say hi. Hope you're all doing well. See you later, and bye-bye. Now I have to figure out how to turn this off, and I'm gonna look like an idiot. Okay, bye. Oh, are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes.